Welcome to this video. In this video, I'll show you how you can join a class using LPU portal for a particular day. And in order to do that, you need to have a browser. And if you are using Windows-based laptop or Android phone, then you can go with Chrome browser. Alternatively, you can also use Microsoft Edge Chromium version. If you are using MacBook, then you can either go with Safari or Chrome. And if you are using an iPhone, then you can go with only Safari. And as I said, if you are using Android, then again, you can go with Chrome only. So I'm going with Chrome browser. And then I have to visit myclass.lpu.in, hit the enter key. Once you'll hit the enter key, you will land to this page. On the left side, you can see some relevant information about the ability of our portal. And on the right side, you have got two boxes, username and password. Under the username, you need to enter your registration number. And under the password, you have to use the same password which you are using for the UMS access. Once you are done entering these two details, you need to click on sign in. Then you will land to this particular page. Under this particular page, we have got 5 different blocks. I have to use this first block, view classes or meeting. So I'm going to click on this view classes. Then I am on this calendar view. Now on this particular page, you can view your calendar by monthly view or weekly view or daily view. In most of the time, or most of the cases, daily view will be applicable, and this is the by default view. And I can see there was a class from 8 to 9 which is already over because this is in gray color, and gray color represents completed class. And there is ongoing class DEM304 which is ongoing because it is in green color. And there is another class which is being taken by someone else. Now these two are overlapping just because this is a demo account, so someone else is taking demo on this platform. In your case, you will find parallel classes, one in each slot, so maybe from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, something like this. Now if you are planning to join a class, so let us say that I'm interested to join this particular class, so I have to click on this one. Once I'll click, I'll land to this page where I'll get a join button, and there are some relevant information about this particular course code. So if I want, I can review them. And in order to join, I have to click on this join button one more time. When you'll visit this portal, you'll find that you are being connected automatically from the second instance onward. But if you'll try to log in for the very first time, then your browser will ask for your permission to allow the microphone, so you have to allow your microphone. So I'm going to click on allow, and this activity is for the very first time. From the second point onwards, it won't ask you. Once you will allow your browser, you will be on the home screen, and this is the screen basically shared by your teacher. So this presentation here, which you can see, this is being shared by your teacher. Now there are some key elements which I would like to focus upon in this video. One of them is this download button. This is a download button symbol. So if you want to download a presentation which teacher is showing, then you can simply click on this button to download, and the presentation will be downloaded. Now there is one thing that you need to keep in mind, that this download is only available during the lecture. Once the lecture will be over, you won't be able to download this presentation. So make sure you are downloading this during the lecture. Now there is a button to mute and unmute, and right now this is in red color, that means it is muted. So whatever student is speaking from their portal, that won't be listened by the teacher, or teacher won't be listened to you. And this is the advisable thing, because if there are 40 students and if all of them will keep their microphone unmuted, then there is a probability that background noise will be captured and teacher will get disturbed during the lecture. So the advisable thing is keep it muted unless or until you have to ask a question from your teacher. And then this is a audio button. So if this button is in blue color, that means you will be able to listen whatever teacher is speaking. And if you click here, you will leave the audio and you won't be able to listen. And whatever you do here, the same is reflected with your name. So I have logged in this account with this particular registration number, and you can see that there is a mute button symbol here. That means teacher can understand that this student has muted his mic. And if I'll unmute it, you can see the symbol changes here as well and here as well. And whenever I'm speaking, you can see that my name is being highlighted here. So if there are 10 users, then and 2 of them are speaking, the name of those 2 users will appear here, and whoever will be speaking, that will be highlighted, another one will be dull. So just have a look. If I'll stop speaking, what happens to this icon? Okay, you noticed that it turns dull, and therefore whoever is speaking, that will be visible to the student, to the teacher as well. So keep this muted unless or until it is required. Now there is a button to webcam share. So even if you want to join this class using the webcam, you won't be able to join because this feature is locked by the faculty. Under some courses, it may be allowed by the teacher to allow a student to join a session using the webcam. So if a teacher allows, then you'll be able to click here and join the session using your webcam. Otherwise, it won't appear. Now there is one more button, raise hand. So let us say there are 40 students in a class, and if they will start putting the questions straight away without teacher permission, it won't be a good practice. So that is the reason why we have raise hand button here. So what it does is, if you'll click here, raise, there will be a raise hand icon in front of your name, and teacher will identify that yes, this student has some query, and when he is delivering, he will stop his delivery and then ask you to go ahead and ask your question, and then you need to click on this unmute button, speak, and then again mute it. So this is a good practice, and this is generally what we recommend in order to communicate with your teacher. Now there is a button to go for the full screen. So if you want to make this presentation full screen, you can click here and you can go full screen. Now please keep that in mind that this is the presentation which is being shared by the teacher, and the clarity of this presentation is going to be the same which is visible to the teacher. So clarity is not going to deteriorate, and that is a good thing for you people. Now if you want to exit this full screen mode, you have got 3 options. You can click on this button, either you can go to the top and then you can click on this cross button, or you can simply press escape key on your keyboard. This area holds the name of the course for which the class is going on. This is a recording button. So if teacher is recording this session, you will be able to see the timer here. If there is no timer, that means teacher is not recording this class. If you want to minimize this presentation, you can click on this hide presentation and it will go away, and you can utilize this screen. If the teacher is using his webcam to deliver, then you can use this screen to view his image. And there is an option called restore presentation. Just in case if you want to see the presentation again, you can click here to go and click on this restore presentation. There are some other method to communicate with your teacher, and that will be dealt in a separate video. I just want you to keep focus in how to join a class in this particular session, so that is why I'm not going to give you any information regarding that. Now let us say if I go to a teacher account which I have logged in through another browser, then you can see I have got an option to go to another slide. So let us say I am going to slide number 4. So now you can see that the teacher is about to show a quiz. When the teacher will show this quiz on his or her screen, then you as a student will be able to see the same thing. And in this case, teacher will ask you to give any answer. So let us say there are 5 options. So what teacher can do is he can go for a poll, and he'll give you 5 options A, B, C, D, E. And the moment he'll give you this option, you will be able to see those 5 polling options. So let us say for this particular question, the answer is E. So you have to click on this E option. And once you'll click on this E option, teacher will be able to see. So let me go to the teacher account, and you can see that one student has answered E, and there is only one student, and this is the name of the student who has given the response. Now since there are 2 participants only, this one is the teacher and this one is the student, So that is why we have got the 100% polling. Otherwise, whoever student will not participate, the name of those student will be listed here. Okay, so and if the teacher wants, he can publish the result as well by clicking on this publish polling result. And once he'll do that, and then you'll come back to the student account again, you'll be able to see what is the result of this particular quiz, and you can get an idea whether your response was correct or not. So since I gave E as a correct option, and teacher can reasonably point out that yes, from even his side, this is the correct answer. Okay, so this is another way to interact with which teacher will be using to interact you during the classes. Now once I'm done attending these classes, and let us say it's time for me to join another class, I can go to the option, I'll go to leave meeting, I'll click on OK, and then I'll be redirected to the calendar again. Once I'm back on the calendar, and let us say this class is over and this is the another class, there is another class here, I can click on that class and I can join and I can attend the class again. Now if you want to access the other day classes, so let us say today is 14 and I am interested to see what were the classes on 13th, so I need to click on 13th, and you can see on 13th these were the number of classes that were conducted. So let us say I'm interested to view the recording of this class, so I'll click here, and once I'll click here, you can see now there is a recording available, and to see what were the discussion in that particular class, I can click on view recording. I'll be prompted to another page, and please bear in mind that this recording is not a default feature, so some teacher might opt to record the session and some teacher might not. So depending upon their preference, this video recording will be available. Now one more thing, this video processing takes some time. Finally it's appear here, so it may take 1 day in order to appear. So for today classes you can view the recording probably on the next day, not on the same day at the same time. So you'll have to wait for 1 day. And you can see this is the video which were recorded, and if I'll click here, I used only 2 slides, and let us say a teacher is using 10 slides here, so you can click on that particular slide to see what were the discussion regarding that particular slide. So in this case I'm going with this slide, and you can see the video has already skipped to this point. If I'll click here, it will go to the beginning. If I'll click here, it will go to this point. So if I'll play, okay, you can see playback is there. Maybe sound was muted, so you are not able to hear anything, but you can see you can view the playback of the recording as well. So this is how you view a recording of a particular class. Once you are done viewing this, you can always click on this cross button and then close this. So this is how you join a class, and these are some tools to view your calendar differently. You can play with it to see how they look like and which format you like better, and depending upon your liking you can set this calendar view. So that's all in the video. In the next video I'll explain how to interact with the teacher and what are the different ways and what should you follow.